Brandon points at the score. Fremont beats Weber 28-0. So when Brandon was in junior high, there were some idiot coaches, and Brandon did some stupid things. And his mom wasn't feeling very good, and he was making crappy decisions, and there were just some things that, there were some coaches that pushed his buttons the wrong way. Now, Brandon, got to keep in mind, he's 15 at the time, 15 at the time. Now, he works with men every day. He works on the job sites with men, with the roofing crews. He works with men. He sweats with men. He puts the roofs on like the men. He tears the roofs off like a man. So he's working with men all day long, and he just works alongside of them. So he's used to working in conjunction with men. And he gives you his own opinion, and he grew up faster than most kids in many ways. So anyway, there's some people, giving him a little bit of crap and grief and so forth. And anyway, finally, and remember, there were some, like I say, there's some idiot coaches and teachers, and people that didn't treat him very good, and sometimes he did things that he shouldn't have been treated properly for. There was much of it that was his fault and his problem, and then also there was the struggle with coaches and teachers. But anyway, so we decided to change him and to send him, instead of going to Weber High, we sent him to Fremont. We took him to Fremont because we knew he was not gonna have the same style of chance there, because there were some teachers and coaches that were already biased because they didn't like how he behaved. Basically partially because he didn't take their shit. He should have, but he didn't. He should have been more respectful, but he wasn't. But anyway, we thought this would be a good switch. So we took him to Fremont. Well, at Fremont, he excelled. He excelled in sports. He excelled with friendships. The teachers loved him. It was great. It was really pleasant over there. Anyway, he became the starting quarterback for Fremont his senior year, 2001, 2002. And they were playing Weber. Now, all these Weber kids and people were giving him crap. The teacher, not so much the teachers, but maybe a little bit the teachers, but primarily the other students that he grew up with, his friends, so to speak, his friends, were giving him crap. And they wanted to fight him and things like that, and he fought once in a while, but just stupid stuff. They're friends now. But anyway, there was kind of a rivalry between Fremont and Weber, and I think why is because all the Fremont kids used to come to Weber, and now they have their own high school, and so I think it's really kind of almost sometimes more the parents that have the rivalry going on. We want to beat you because of this happened when we were together in high school years ago. But anyway, we are kicking the crap out of Weber. The score ends up being 28-0. And Brandon, as the quarterback, he's throwing left, throwing right. He's doing really well. He's running the ball. He gets tackled out of bounds at the Weber bench, and he gets knocked out of bounds, and he's on the ground. And the guys are all bugging him. Hey, Hunt, you suck. You suck, Hunt. You suck. You're horrible. And he's just like, yeah. Points at the score, 28-0. And then he left, and he went out and played again. Now, the cool thing about this was, so Bosceater was the coach at Weber High when Brandon was in 9th grade, in junior high. He went to one of their summer camps, and we decided during the summer that we're not going to go to Weber. We're going to take him down to Fremont, get him a fresh start, because Brandon was having problems. Whether he started those problems, he did start those problems himself, and there were some adjutants with some of the teachers and some of the coaches that caused some more problems. So there was some crap that was going on, and Hunts don't always jump in and solve problems in terms of in the softest way. But anyway, Brandon went to Fremont. Now all the Fremont kids and the Weber kids kind of battle it out. Their rivalries, and there's kind of rivals, and they fight amongst each other and trash talk each other a little bit. Brandon does really well at Fremont. He becomes their quarterback. And we didn't think he would become the quarterback at Weber because another kid named Ben was ahead of him, and we didn't think that was going to happen. We could see the politics written on the wall. and some of the other people out there, you know, they pay to play, they pay their way. People at Weber High that finance Weber High's sports, so their kids get a lot of the benefits. But anyway, he didn't have a chance at Weber High to really progress and be a quarterback because he had a good arm, and we knew he'd be a good quarterback. He goes to Fremont. He wins the quarterback position as a sophomore. Plays 4 games, gets his shoulder broke, couldn't play much more after that. Then he's their starting quarterback as a senior. Now remember, he's only played four games in quarterback his whole life, other than maybe just a little bit off and on, just tiny bits, tiny moments in junior high and elementary. No one would give him a chance. But he was tall. He was 6'3". He was pretty fast. He could run fast, and he could throw the ball, and he could find people. And he was a good passer, a good deliverer of the ball. So he becomes their quarterback. Now, the game that I've dreamed about the entire year is kicking the crap out of Weber High. I'm way happy that Brandon gets to play against Weber High because these people are, trash talking and there's crap going on. There were some resentments. But anyway, they come and they play at Weber High, and Brandon's team Fremont is doing extremely well. Brandon's the quarterback. He gets knocked out of bounds one time, and the players all bug him. Brandon, you suck, and he just looks up at the scoreboard and goes, "Hey man, we're 28-0 right now," or whatever. It was 28-0 at the end of the game. Beat the living crap out of him. But Bosceater, the head coach of Weber High, refused to shake his hand. What a knucklehead. What a knucklehead. Bosceater, the knucklehead, refused to shake his hand. Now, Bosceater, probably a good guy in his own right. I don't know. But anyway, he was unsportsmanlike. In my opinion, it was very unsportsmanlike, because this kid went from Weber to Fremont, and then he beats him, right? They beat him. And anyway, he refuses to shake his hand. I said, Brandon, that's one of the highest compliments you can ever have, is when they refuse to shake your hand because you beat the shit out of them so good. That happened to us with the guard dogs. Rulin refused to shake my hand. We beat the crap out of him. I thought it was funnier than heck. The point is, though, I believe you should always shake your opponent's hand. Compete and be respectful at the end. Anyway, Bosceater refused to shake his hand. What a compliment. Here's the interesting thing. Now, Bosceater gets released at Weber High and goes to coach junior high someplace, and then he eventually gets hired on over at Fremont, and now he's the coach at Fremont. Once again, Brandon going to Fremont was never ever about Bosceater. He liked Bosceater. He had no problem with Bosceater. He went to Fremont because of other situations, primarily basketball related. But anyway, Bosceater ended up coaching over at Fremont. Now he's done. I don't know. Anyway, that's the scoop on that one. Kind of funny. So what I've learned from this one is, when you get beat by your opponents, shake their hand and be respectful. Compete, but don't make it a personal thing. Even though it becomes very personal, try not to make it a personal thing. Try to still have fun and still appreciate your competition, and try to become friends and not enemies in competition. I'm not saying that you don't compete. Compete like crazy, but be respectful both before and after and during the games.